Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody who's been coming to this channel, liking, subscribing, leaving your comments, whether positive or negative. Much love and much prayers to everybody out there. Excuse me. Hope everybody's having a wonderful afternoon, evening. Upon this day. This is my disclaimer. My disclaimer is I'm not trying to violate no community guidelines or anything like that. A lot of people be trying to report things and the YouTube computer things like that with words and stuff like that, pick it up and try to flag you and restrict your videos and things like that. I'm not a pastor preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. So please do not lay claims of those titles on me. We just here having a conversation about, a certain news event. Of course, everybody's life is important in general. Everybody's life is important for sure, but this is like an ongoing thing in the community of that. A lot of us are from. Me, I'm from the community of Jersey City, New Jersey, or whatever the case may be, and around all that type of violence and stuff like that. So we just here, touching on this topic, right quick upon this day for sure. So, I greet everybody who's in the chat room for sure. What up, Intact? What up, Flemings, Mr. Ham, Leon, Healing? What's up to everybody? I'm pretty sure some of us have heard about it. Somebody sent me the video yesterday on Facebook. Was it yesterday or the other day? Somebody had sent me the video of the person, getting shot. I guess it was the aftermath of the guy who got shot out there, in Los Angeles. He's from Philadelphia, and his real name was Raheem Allen. Stage name P&B Rock. Like I said, everybody's life is important. Doesn't matter as a rapper, a singer, a pastor, whoever it is. But it just baffles me that one could be just sitting down eating, and then you have somebody, in the cut plotting on you. You understand that? Wanting what you got, just eating waffles and chicken and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, somebody just come in, want to take what you got, and then next thing you know, they took your life and things like that. So it's like, how does a person think that way? For one to want to come in there and take what a person has, and then take their life all over a chain. You understand that? I hope those people in Los Angeles are watching and all those group of people who do that, because in these days that stuff been happening. That stuff been happening. They try to rob, people with money and things like that. They tried it with Zab Judah. They tried it with Zab Judah. But they tried it with boxer Zab Judah before. I don't know if y'all heard that story about Zab in New York City a long time ago. They tried to rob him, but Zab Zab handled his, he handled his handle with that, you know. So it's a crazy situation, because you just never know. What up, Eli? You said, can you ask a question? Go ahead, ask the question at Eli. So yeah. So I don't understand, a lot of those guys out there who try to rob people because they look like or they have some money and stuff like that over a chain. Really? You put your time and your effort to go try to rob somebody over a chain. You know what I'm saying? How does that sound? How does it sound? I'm pretty sure some of them might be watching, or you might know somebody like that. You understand? you know, how foolish could you be? To really plot on people that is coming to your town. And from the news reports and things like that, it was said that his I guess the woman that he was with put the location of where they was on Instagram. You understand that? And they did that to another music artist. I believe his name was Pop Smoke or something like that some time ago. And other people, just regular people. They put their location where they at, and stuff like that, and people plotting on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be walking around all willy-nilly thinking everything is peaches and cream. You understand that? Because there's always somebody out there looking to take what you have. You understand that? They want the fast way. They don't want to work hard they don't want to go out there, get a job and stuff like that, work at Amazon, make $18 an hour, or go to school to try to be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that. They don't want to do those things. You understand? They don't want to do those things. And I'm talking about him as a regular human being, not because he was a music artist. I talked about somebody who was killed from Jersey City in Connecticut. He was no artist. So I'm going to talk about the situation in reference to him being a human being because I saw the video. I saw the video of him on the ground bleeding, and the sad part is that people were just standing there doing nothing. You standing there doing nothing. Somebody had a camera phone just recording. Are you serious? You don't know how to go in the back or go somewhere to get a towel, wet it up, and apply direct pressure. They just standing around trying to turn. They didn't know what looked like. They didn't know what they was doing. You understand that? What's so hard about simple CPR, simple first aid, apply direct pressure. When you see somebody in a condition like that, you understand that? You got a good point, Sion. You got a good point. When does Black Lives Matter? When does it? When a Caucasian officer murders a black man, that's when it matters. You know what I'm saying? It should matter all times. Of course, all lives matter, but it's a sad thing, that we as a people of our culture can't seem to unify. You see the Jews out there, buying up properties, unifying each other, what I'm saying, helping each other out. You see the Chinese people, buying up property, unifying, getting knowledge on how to build as a people. Of course they may, have maybe Chinese on Chinese crime and stuff like that, but black on black crimes is more enhanced. We want to talk about Black Lives Matter on one hand, then we want to talk about drill music in another hand, and then we want to talk about being like Big Meech, and then we want to talk about being like Malcolm X. You understand? I don't get these people. You understand? But another thing is, let me read the people's names in the chat room. What up, Mr. Ham? What up, Levon? Ivory Coast, Bree. Levon says that was stupid on her part. I agree. Because when you're in the limelight like that, listen, you don't want to do that. There are those type of people who are plotting on people with money and stuff like that, fame and things of that nature. Even on their families or people they're dealing with. They're waiting. You understand that? They're definitely waiting. Fleming says, Tony, please do a debate with the gentleman on the forum that calls himself We Stand, Preach, and Teach God's Word with Peter Baptist. Great debate last night. We Stand, Preach, and Teach God's Word. The name sounds familiar, but I can't really pinpoint who it is. Eli says, I was wondering if listening to music that's just melody with no words is fine to listen to. Well, I will say this, coming up my younger years, being around music and stuff like that, you got people who smoke weed, do drugs, and things like that who can make a beat or make a melody. You understand that? So that type of influence, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really look at it like that. Because if I was a teenager or whatever the case may be, and I was around somebody who was smoking weed and doing drugs, and that helped them make, a good instrumental to our ears back then, but it sound good. Got to think about the influence in general. You understand? I like instrumentals and stuff like that, but I gotta be like, man, Who made this? You know what I'm saying? Who made this? Like, what was their inspiration and stuff like that? It's tough to weed it out. It's real tough, for sure. You know, Corey says the devil's job seemed easier and easier because we're not letting our children know that there's a life after this and it never ends like this one, whether it's heaven or hell. What up, Gin Juice? What up, knowledge shall increase? Knowledge shall increase. Okay, I just answered that. What up, Facts? Facts. What up, Ian Witherspoon? Sion says there's no father in the home for guidance. Mama alone can't raise a man. Well, for the most part, that's yes and no. You know, because some of them grow up with, you know, both parents in the house, you know, not struggling. Both parents had a good job and things like that. Listen, I know of some people, you know what I'm saying? I know of some people, you know, but they just are fascinated with that type of activity, that type of in crowd. They're just fascinated with that. Appreciate that at Glee Clip. What up, Glee Clip? Ann Witherspoon says, I think it's drugs, weed, and crack don't mix. Yup, and alcohol. Well, I would say like situations like that. Like I said earlier, you know, you got people watching, you know, certain people, you know, they just waiting. So when the girlfriend pulled up the location, she probably thought nothing of it. You know, I don't blame her. Or it could have been somebody at the spot. You know, could have been somebody at the spot. You just never know. You understand? You just never know. But people are watching. But I still don't get like, was it worth it over a chain? Like, what's so fascinating about a chain that somebody got to go out there and rob somebody for? What's so fascinating about it? Because you're going to get some street cred because you robbed a rapper? You understand? Street cred? You know, I'm glad I'm a normal civilian. I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm a normal civilian. I don't want to be in that coward type of realm, you know? That's a realm of cowards. You understand that? Cowards and things of that nature. You know, I'm a law-abiding citizen, you know? For sure. Kimmy Kim says Roscoe is 3 miles away from your house. It doesn't make sense that he came in the heart of the hood with that jewelry on flossing. People thirsty out here and don't care who you are. Gotta be smarter. You know, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, and I heard that Roscoe Chicken and Waffles was like one of the most ghettoest areas out there. You know, in that in that area. You know, listen, if I'm famous and rich, if hypothetically speaking, listen, I'm dressing bummy. If I got money, if I'm a CEO and I got money, listen, I'm dressing bummy. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. You know, and even then, people still they still can smell money on the person. You understand? What is that? Torah Helm says it's not a good idea that the woman that was with him told social media where he would be. You know, a lot of no offense, no offense, no offense at all. But some women just don't think nothing of it. You know, they don't think nothing of it. You know, that, okay, we're going to post that we at Roscoe Chicken and Waffles right here, dead smack in the hood. You know, she probably thought it wasn't nothing because it was a situation that happened with him before, you know, and the girl thought nothing of it. You know what I mean? So I would advise, you know, listen, don't put your location then and there where you're at on social media. Listen, wait till you eat. You know what I'm saying? Wait till you eat your food, your big waffles and chicken. I never been there. You know, I've seen the pictures. You know, but wait till you eat your food or wherever you at on vacation. You know, wait till you finish all that stuff. Then post the pictures. Simple as that. Then post the location where you was, not where you are right now. You know. What up, Oliver? What up, Intact says it's all about lack of knowledge. Absolutely. Kimmy Kim says it's a different side of town versus where I live. Terrible situation though, for sure. What up, D-Town Blasting? What up, Sharon Taylor? Jen Ju says too much flossing on social media and telling people where you be at. That gets you killed. Keep your business to yourself. Absolutely. I was listening to the Breakfast Club talking about the situation. They talk about that stuff. They talked about that stuff. People on social media want to floss. They want to put jewelry on. They want to hold money to the ear like they're talking to the money and stuff like that. Listen, you giving people, not that is an excuse, but you giving people itchy fingers. They're licking their chops when they see that. They're licking their chops. They rubbing their hands together. They waiting. They waiting. If you ever watch those alligators when those deers are migrating or those zebras are migrating through the water, on the internet, them crocodiles, they waiting. They waiting for those zebras. You know what I'm saying? They licking their chops. Go on YouTube. Type in zebras migrating with crocodiles. You're going to see some stuff for sure. All right. What is that? Elvana. Irene says, I noticed all the rappers are signed up under the same label and they all have been robbed and shot. It looks like an insurance policy thing. Well, yes. Yes. Companies do have insurance policies on artists and things like that. So it really don't matter to them. It's a business, It's a business with them. Just like jobs we work at. They don't care about the employee. You understand that? Just like they don't care about the rapper. Okay, he gets shot or she gets shot and killed. Listen, we go right back on the street, find new talent. At the end of the day, we'll side with you for a little bit for business purposes, but at the end of the day, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I believe he was independent. I believe he was. But even then, you understand that? What up, big facts? Ginger says even normal civilians can still get got. I mentioned that earlier. But most of those guys in that type of field who do those things, they're not going to waste no time on a nobody, meaning somebody who's not in the limelight. If they know they can get to somebody in the limelight, they're not going to sit here and worry about Joe, who's a janitor at Susie Paula. You understand that? They're not going to sit here and worry about John James, who's a buffer at McDonald's, versus somebody who's a millionaire. You know what I mean? That's how the streets think. They're not going to waste no time on a janitor. They ain't going to get nothing out of it. They'd rather go after somebody who has fame and the limelight and things like that. All right. Wave Walker. He said they say his girlfriend dropped his location. I believe we talked about that. Eli says another question I have. Does every music I listen have to be gospel music? Do every music you have to listen to is gospel music? I mean, a lot of this gospel music in these days, they go by the hip hop vibe. You know what I'm saying? They go by the hip hop vibe for sure. Me personally, I like the old school gospel. You know what I'm saying? But me being real, it took a long time for me to get away from the hardcore rap and stuff like that throughout the years. In my early 30s and whatnot. You understand? So it's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, it depends on the lyrics and stuff like that. You understand? It depends. It definitely depends. I mean, you don't want to listen to some gospel artist trying to mimic Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Trying to mimic Fabio Foreign and stuff like that. And a lot of them are doing that because they think they could catch the young ears off that. But it ain't nothing but the same tune. Bree says so many posts on social media 24/7, 365, and don't think anything of it. You're right. People could be anything on social media. Anything. Listen, you don't even need jewelry or money. Photoshop it. You know what I'm saying? Photoshop it. Create a picture that you hold the money to your ears. You talking to Ben Franklin. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. For what? For what? Listen, I try to get my clothes from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I try to get my clothes from Amazon. I try my best. You know, ain't no shame in that. Listen, I don't need Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton got some nice clothes, man. For sure they do. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that though. Although I'll be like tempted, but no, you don't need to do all that, man. For sure. We're about buying a house, establishing real estate. You know what I mean? So your generations can have it if they deserve it. You know, when the time comes. Think about getting a business. They want to think about jewelry and stuff like that. Fix your credit. You know, there's no time to try to flash money that you don't have over the internet. We're about fixing your credit. You know what I'm saying? We're about getting real estate, getting a house, you know, helping your family fix their credit, helping your kids, you know, manage their money right. You know, everybody just want to look a certain way, you know, and try to please the public. You know what I mean? Okay. Um, mm. Fleming says, how much was the chain worth anyway? There is dollars in a lot of men's lives. Also, he likes Wyndham. You're right, Tony. Why was he in a ghetto neighborhood? Well, listening to his interview with academics, what he was saying is that he can basically he was saying he could identify with the people. That's where he comes from. He feel as though, and people like that feel as though they could go to any hood and feel comfortable because that's where they're from. You know, that's what they're accustomed to. But they got to understand, you know, it's wolves out there. You ain't from around there. You know, you're an alien. They don't care if you can adapt to the hood or if you from there or you from that type of environment. They don't care about that. You know, you got to be smart. You're in the limelight now. It's different. You know, it's real different. You know, even your own people want to take you out once you get to a certain level in life. All right. You say Genju says, I know a millionaire that dresses like a homeless person and he loves it. Smart man, and he be packing too just in case. You know, I've heard a lot of stories. I hear a lot of stories, you know. I hear a lot of stories, you know, where people dress bummy and dirty and stink, but they're a millionaire. They got money. They drive they drive different cars. You know, they got a hoopty and they got a nice car. They're smart. You know, if they want to go to the hood, listen, dress bummy. I'm gonna bring my hoopty out there. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my nice car could wait for something else. You know, when I go to Beverly Hills or something like that. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying at Jen Juice. What up, Hester? And Witherspoon says they killed for shoes. I never wanted anything nice because I'm afraid to be robbed. DC is my home. Washington, DC. I was going to a gym out there called Tony's Boxing Gym out there. Oh, man, DC is hood. Man. Man. Wow. You understand? Wow. You know, I could adapt to that environment, but I knew better. I also knew to watch my surroundings and stuff like that when I was going to that gym and whatnot. Doesn't matter how good I could fight. Doesn't matter. Shoe shine, left hook, right uppercut, another left hook, straight right hand. It didn't matter. I still had to, you know, watch my surroundings because it was crackheads around there. You know, I had New Jersey plates at the time and stuff like that, and they know, like, wow, an alien is here. You understand? You know what I mean? So although I was going to the gym out there, I had to watch my surroundings. Didn't matter how good I could fight. You understand? But DC, whew, DC is something else. You know, something else. What up, Jody? What up? What up? What up? Kimmy Kim says, definitely keep your business to yourself. I'm totally against social media because I'm a private individual for a reason. A large number of men, women are evil and want what's not theirs. I agree. What up, Jeremy? Who says, I used to listen to all those underground rappers and artists. What up, King Allen? Appreciate that at Jen Juice. What is that? Terlane Burke says, I don't know if I should say people because they out here more bolder, more evil than ever. When I heard of this happening, I thought of his mother and family so hurtful to the heart. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and millions of people saw that video. They saw the video, of a man just lying down, blood, in a pool of blood while people just sitting around, moving around like roaches and stuff like that. Had no idea what to do at all. It don't take a rocket science to apply direct pressure to a wound. It don't take that. You know what I'm saying? It don't take that at all to apply direct pressure to the wound. You know what I'm saying? But they're just standing around, touching him and stuff like that. Do something. Do something about it. You know what I mean? What up, Maurice? Wendy says, I hope they find him soon. If not found already, this has me scratching my head. This man's life is gone and his family is devastated. Absolutely. Man, the news didn't even report it yet. The police didn't even know about it yet. But yet social media, it was on social media while it was happening. While it was happening, it was on social media. The person who was recording it was on social media recording this man lying down in a pool of blood. It already hit social media, already. Just imagine, his family probably, having a good dinner or whatever they was doing in Philadelphia, and then next thing you know, they see the news and him lying there in a pool of blood before the cops could get it, before the media, the news and whatnot could get it. Unbelievable, man. All right. JC1 says people have to stop posting where they are while they are there, especially famous people, and people have to stop jogging in the dark, especially women. Well, I used to love jogging in the dark because it would train my mind, a certain way, at the time, that was just me. That was just me. I used to love it. Training in the dark in the park, it puts your mind in a way when you're training for a fight. You understand that? And I don't think when you in that zone, you be like, I wish a person would. You understand? Because you're in a different mindset, But I understand what you're saying. I definitely understand what you're saying. People shouldn't jog at night. I would say women shouldn't jog at night, or women shouldn't jog early in the morning and stuff like that. Me driving a truck, I see women jogging. Listen, it's pitch black. You understand? It's pitch black outside. What are you doing out there? You understand? What are you doing? So I understand what you're saying at JC1. All right. You said you shop at Goodwill and Salvation Army and Witherspoon. That's funny. What up, True Seeker? He says, I think because he never got robbed before, he let his guard down. Yeah. What up, King Anthony? What up? He said T.I.'s son is a prime example. What up, G Swole? He says, do you think rappers curse themselves with death due to the way God feels about jewelry? Well, I do think rappers, and a lot of them, especially that drill music, they curse themselves in the lyrics that they say, disrespecting, God and things like that, thinking they're God, talking about killing a person and stuff like that. When you're talking about killing somebody and cursing somebody, you got to be careful because that could be a boomerang right back around on you when you least expect it in your most vulnerable times, and the most times you think that nothing can happen. You understand? What up, Trevor? Malha Lee, he says black people terrible. Most of them. I'm not gonna say all of them. Most of them. What up? He said black people terrible. Oh man, Power Ranger says good evening. I don't do fights because I can't fight. Well, if you can't fight, listen. You better get in the gym or something. You know what I mean? Get some rounds in there, But some people are not fighters. Some people don't like to fight. Me, man, I used to love to fight. And I still do. Yeah, but I don't do it. But I still do, man. Hey, I love it. I loved it. You know what I mean? It didn't bother me when I was, getting it in and stuff like that. All right. Michael Webb says, Brother Tony, I've been under the weather. Michael Webb. Lately, he says the cool air at night has a higher oxygen content, which is good. Absolutely. You know, at night and when it rained, I used to love running. I used to love it. You know, Corey Finney says, I'm glad to TH of not having these glams. Absolutely. Will do pray for you at Trevor Williams for sure. Will do and your missus. You know, you says Christians don't fight. Well, when you're in a situation, if you're with your family, your daughter and stuff like that, you're not going to sit there and let somebody harm your kids. Let's just keep it real. You know, let's just keep it real. Put yourself in a situation, man. Put yourself in a situation where somebody slaps your daughter right in front of you as a father. Put yourself in that situation, man. You're gonna sit there and says, "Oh, glory to God." John 3:16, Romans 1:6. You know, what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do if you with your wife or something like that, man? And somebody grabs her rear. What you gonna do? You understand? What you gonna do? We hope that this stuff don't happen. You know, we hope it don't happen. What up, Ray Ford Hickman? What up? What up? What up? He says, "What can we do to change it? Isn't it all in God's hand?" G Swole says, "I want to know if that's the same Roscoe Chicken and Waffles. I went there. That rapper got jacked and killed. Thank God I came to the truth of God to take my jewelry off for sure." Hey, Trevor Williams, you kind of talking like over righteous a little bit, you know. You kind of talking over righteous right now, just a little bit. You know what I mean? Tone it down a little bit. You know, tone it down for sure. Tone it down. You know, you said Jesus will protect you. That's true. That's true. That's true. You know, you says turn your cheek. No. You understand that? You as a father, you have to protect your family. You understand? Protect your family. You know, you're not going to sit there and let somebody touch the rear of your wife and not do nothing. You're not going to sit there and let some man fill up on your daughter while you're right there. You understand? Molesting her right in front of you. Really? You know what I'm saying? Remember, the scripture says it rains on the just and the unjust. You understand? So be careful, man. Be careful. It's not good to be over righteous, man. It's not good, you know, because, majority of the times, things like that happen to people who are over righteous. You know? You understand? They walking around like la 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 la. Nothing can happen to me. La 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 la. You know, if I trip and bust my head open, la 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 la. I'm saved. I'm Holy Ghost filled, sanctified. You know, la 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 la. I could go down this block 2 a.m. in the morning where all the Bloods and the Crips be at. Nothing gonna happen to me. La 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 la. Come on, knock it off, man. Knock it off. What up, Carly Miller? He says, just like Mo 3 shot a video of him in a casket is true story. You're never supposed to predict your death. Absolutely. Listen, don't talk about that. Listen, when I pray for to be here longer. That's what I do. I want to be here long. Till I'm in my hundreds. You understand that? I ain't praying to die, nothing. You understand? I want to live long. Real long. I want to be in good health, you know, as the Lord has blessed me with, you know, for sure. All right. JP, you says these folks who say turn the other cheek will be the first ones to fight. Absolutely. Because if somebody walk up to this person and spit in their face, what you going to do? What you going to say? What you going to say? You going to turn the other cheek? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. For real. What up, Pam Davis? Genju says these holier than thou overseas Christians who say turn the other cheek are the worst hypocrites somebody pulls up on me and my mama. Okay. Oh, he says even Gino said it. Well, of course, we would hope that those things don't happen, man. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to be put in a situation where as though I have to do some things, you know. I wouldn't want to be put in a situation, you know. God's Child says, off topic, Tony, do you think Javante Davis should fight I guess Cruz Pitbull again? That's a good question. That's a good question. That's an absolute good question. I mean, Pitbull Cruz had his moments. You know, it kind of reminds me of, you know, when Floyd fought Maidana. You know, Maidana had his good moments, but it just wasn't enough at all. You know, a lot of action, but not really catching a lot of shots that people thought that Pitbull Cruz caught. You know, don't win fights. I mean, if they fight, you know, Tank is gonna, you know, pick him off, box him a little bit better, you know, move, pivot, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Pitbull Cruz is just a straightforward type of fighter, you know. So I think Pitbull Cruz should fight Ryan Garcia or what's the kid name, Rolly, and then after that, if he dominates them, then yes, you know what I mean. I think Cruz deserve another shot at Tank Davis if he beats Garcia or Rolly Romero. You know, who else is out there in the 140? Let me know. All right. G Swole says, how do you feel about wrestling live events when I'm planning on taking my little nephew to WrestleMania 39 next year? Well, my sons watch wrestling. I used to watch wrestling, Hulk Hogan, Texas Tornado, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bob Backlund, The Ultimate Warrior, Farouk, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, Kane, who else? Nation of Domination, Legion of Doom, The Rockers, Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, the Brooklyn Brawler, Earthquake, Typhoon, Andre the Giant, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Jimmy Hart. Who else is out there? I used to watch that stuff, man. I mean, it's entertainment. I don't watch it no more. You know what I'm saying? I just don't watch it no more. So I don't really know what's going on now with it. You know what I mean? God bless you too, at Trevor. John Daniel says people work for what they got. They need to go to work. Absolutely. Royal Shada says, do you have the Holy Ghost speaking in tongues? I answered that already. I think you asked that the other day. No, you didn't ask that. My fault. Somebody else asked that. No. What up, born again believer? What up, what up, what up? Sion says the world is getting worse. Why I live longer. Jeremy says, I pray those type of things don't happen to me. I don't want to be in those situations where the hands have to fly. He says, I pray for. Oh, okay, I'm not reading that. What do you think about drying Euphrates? I don't know what that is, at Trevor. I don't know what that is. And Witherspoon says, what does it mean? What does it mean to humble yourself in situations? Listen, certain situations, man, it's just the nature of us. Like, if somebody come up to you and your spouse, your kids, and things like that, and be disrespectful, and put their hands on your kids or your spouse, listen, you're gonna be ready to get it in there. Let's just be real. You could be baptized, filled with the Holy Ghost, and all those other things. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Let's just be real, But we will hope those things don't happen. Now, if somebody cuts you off in traffic and you got an opportunity to say, okay, that's cool. Somebody cut you off in line and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, it's cool and stuff like that. When you have an opportunity to walk away. But if somebody's slapping your kid around or slapping your spouse around, you ain't going to just sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to just wait on the Lord, and stuff like that. You ain't going to do that. You're gonna put yourself in action where as though you're going to want to subdue. There's a difference between subduing a person and really have killing and hurt and harming this person real bad on your mind. You just want to subdue the person, get the person away, of you and your family and stuff like that. That's all you want to do. You like I said, you will hope that those things do not happen. You know, absolutely at True Seeker defense for sure. You said Tyson Fury coming out of retirement. He's fighting Anthony Joshua. Willie Miner says, "Well, um, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. You know." It says gold dust, gold dust, shattered dreams. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Carly Petty says, "Can you do a talk on Leah and Rachel out of the Bible?" Well, I don't preach. I don't teach out. I don't teach out the scriptures. You know, in my introduction, I says I don't hold no office in the church and things like that. So I don't do that. If you're talking about a biblical discussion among people, sure, if they up for it. But I don't preach or teach or nothing like that. You know, I'm just a student. You know. All right. Tina says, "Man, brother, it's so heartbreaking that this wickedness and unnecessary deaths will continue to increase. Stay focused, brother Tony, and may you all have a blessed day. May you all be blessed for sure, Sister Michelle." All right, appreciate that. Goodman says, "Will Geno Jennings come yo Durham, North Carolina to preach in a house? Just wondering." You got to contact First Church at truthofgod.com. You know, I did hear of him, you know, preaching one time to one person before for some years of him years ago. You know, he used to take the train. I forgot where. Either it was Virginia or Maryland or something like that. He used to take the train out there once a month and preach to this one person. One person. You know, you don't say call the police. Get out of here, man. He said call the police. Man, you crazy, man. He said, listen, you can't walk with me, man. Nah, you can't be with me. Hey, Trevor Williams, stay over there, man. You know, if we out somewhere, man, nah, man. No, no way, man. He said, call the police. Listen, we mess around and get in a situation, call the police, and they arresting us or want to put a bullet in us. You understand? No, no. Um, you said you want to see Tank fight Haney or Shakur. Well, Shakur is too little for Tank. You know, Shakur got good skills. You know, and I appreciate Wally Moses' grandfather. You know, I think I was going to spar him one year. I think it was 2014. You know, they said they had this one kid at Elite Heat in Newark, New Jersey. That's a bad gym. Woo. Bad meaning there's some good fighters in there, man. That was some good sparring at that gym. That's some of the best sparring there. You know, they will push you to the limit and stuff like that in that gym. You know, at Elite Heat Boxing in Newark, New Jersey. You know, where Shakur is from. You know, but that would have been a good sparring session. You know, of course, you know, it would have been tough, but that was back then. You know, I would hope I would have had that opportunity to you know, spar with him years ago. You know, Shakur, but he's a great fighter. You know, and things like that, and he's doing great things for Newark, New Jersey. Him and his grandfather, Wally Moses, for sure. All right. Let me see. Jeremy says, "Have you seen the video where I guess Noriega talked about how the big artists have to do something strange initiations to get at the top?" Well, do some strange initiations. Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. You understand? I don't know. I don't recall. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that at all. You know, but I wouldn't be surprised. Not every. I don't think everybody does that. You know, to get at the top. I don't think so. You know, but I wouldn't put it past that. Some of them got to do that. You know, for sure. All right. All right, we're about to conclude this live. We are about to conclude this live on the situation. I hope everybody be safe out there. Watch your surroundings for sure. It's a sad situation that this person lost his life. And that his family has to see the video that was out there, and it's still out there, surfacing of him on the ground bleeding while people around not doing nothing. I'm not talking about him based upon his music. I'm talking about him based upon him being a human being and things like that. And it's just a silly situation for sure that somebody could just kill somebody over a chain. You know what I mean? Over a chain for sure. So, I'll probably be back, Lord willing, tonight with a biblical discussion. You understand? Another biblical discussion later on, maybe in the next 2 hours, maybe, hopefully, maybe. I don't know yet. A little bit more calmer than last night. I thank everybody for coming out to that biblical discussion last night. For sure. Thank everybody in the chat room for sure. Do remember the Truth of God. I've been broadcasting it on rumble.com. Rumble.com. The reason being, because I always say, YouTube is always giving problems, when you put up talk about the alphabet community, and they will flag you quick, restrict your videos quick. And Gino, he stayed cutting them up, he stayed cutting the alphabet community up left and right, and YouTube do not like that. From what I know, from what I experienced, of getting flagged and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Other social media platforms to put the Truth of God on: Facebook, Rumble, Daily Motion, Twitter, Instagram, and social media platforms overseas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So stay tuned. God bless to everybody and prayers to everybody for sure. I'm out. Peace.